What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I want to be a little bit more, candid. I want to be a little bit more personal with you guys. I don't want to have too crazy of an intro. I want to just get to it, start talking to you guys, and make sure you guys talk back, right? So I want to do a trade recap. Maybe I'll even break down a little bit of the strategy, but nothing too crazy. So start off with the recap. Let's dive right into it. So today, I was looking at the market this morning and I saw something that was very interesting, right? Overnight, we were trending up all night, as you can see right here. I'll draw a quick line. You see right here? Trending up all night, right? And that's in the London session. So what is the London session? These white lines right here are what the London session are. For those of you who know or trade futures or trade in general, there's various different markets throughout the day. We have the New York session, which is between 9:30 and 4:30 Eastern time. Prior to that, we have the London session, which starts around I think 4 a.m., something like that, to 9. And then we have, the Asia session after that, which starts, I think, 6 p.m. to 9. So there's a couple different markets throughout the day. But what I like to do is look at the market before the one that you're trading in to see were there any key levels, were we stuck in a consolidation, were we trending? Stuff like that could be important because there tends to be not as much volume in the other markets. And when you get into the next market, that volume can really kick in and take us in the direction that we were planning to go prior. Now that makes sense. I could dive deeper into certain things, market structure, stuff like that. In other videos, just let me know down below and we'll dive into that together. And I'll show you what I even use. So I use an indicator called kill zones to mark out those zones. So you see between the gray right here, I customize it a little bit, but between the gray is the London session. That's usually the one that's most important to me. I mark out the high right here, not including the wicks, and the low right here, again, not including the wicks. So I kick it off again. So like I said before, through that London session, we were trending up, but we didn't break out of it until after the London session, which, was good for me because I was like, all right, people finally stepped in, the sellers came in a little stronger, and you could see we were kind of looking a little heavier to the downside at that point. So for me, for those of you who know, a lot of my strategies usually have some type of confirmation once we get outside, which we confirmed right here. We didn't make any more higher highs. We made a lower high right here. We broke this line right here. So we broke it right there, right? Another thing I like to look at is a full close outside of the trend and breaking that line. And there's a couple of things to look at too, retesting this zone right here. But we did pretty much all of that. So all that to say is why I got into the market a little bit before the market opened at 9:30 for a New York session, but worked out like a charm. We went straight down, cut 150 points, which is great. I went in smaller size. I actually traded MNQ, which is a smaller version of this. I did 4 MNQ. So it was about $1,200, which is good. I'll take it. It's good to use smaller size when you're going for a heavier position because you don't want to risk too much. But, all that to say is that this one worked out. Another strategy that you guys know I like to use is breaking out of the London session. I'll just write the name up here too, so it's pretty obvious. This is the London high. And the London low. Okay, so another thing I like to look at is when we break below or above these London session, parameters. You can see right here, we broke below. And for me, I like to look for a full close. We had a full close below. We still had bearish momentum. We didn't pop back up at all. So, I could have gotten for a short right here. Went for a nice, stop loss just above the London, low. Usually I like to see for a retest, but with us melting down so heavily, we could have caught another, solid 75 to 100 points after that, looking at some key levels down here. So, overall, a good day for the shorts, couple good confirmations, couple good plays you could have taken, but good day. And for me personally, I don't like trading on Fridays too much, but if I do, usually going for a short, because again, I think people like to sell off before the weekend, but that's a whole other, conversation. Again, some of this stuff interests you, but it sounds like gibberish. Let me know down below. I can make more videos pertaining to certain areas in the future. Just let me know what you guys want to see. So that's kind of my trade recap for the day. Worked out, got 150 points, and I'm happy with it. if this is something that you want to see more of, if you want to see me actually trade live, I do trade live on Twitch, not as often as I would like. I do want to start, opening up a private group in Discord. I do have a Discord. I'll put the link I'll put the link for that down below. If you want to join there, join as well. Haven't been as active as I want to, but the more people that we can get together, the more active I can be. So if that's something that interests you, make sure you jump in there and start chatting. Cool. So if this stuff interests you, or if you want to learn more about like the prop firm space, or want to join a community of people who are realistic but also having a good time in this space, let me know down below. Click the links down below. I have my Discord down there, I have my Twitch down there, and stay tuned for the next video. I'll be back around. I'll be back more often. Just let me know. I want to feel the love a little bit. So talk to you guys soon. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you in the next one. Peace.